My name is Terry Irwin and this is one of TCII's Best Business Practice videos. And the topic is how to avoid common pricing mistakes. Optimizing your pricing strategy is as important as managing your costs and growing your sales volume, as it's a crucial source of competitive advantage and increased profitability. But there are 10 mistakes that companies often make when pricing their products and services. And here they are. Number 1, basing prices on cost, not customers' perceptions of value. If the price is higher than the value perceived by customers, the cost of sales goes up, the sales cycles are prolonged, and profits suffer. If the price is lower than customers' perceived value, sales are brisk, but you're not maximizing your profit. Number 2, basing prices on the market. If you resort to marketplace pricing, accepting the wisdom of the crowds, you'll be accepting the commoditization of your product and service. Instead, find a way to differentiate your product or service so you create additional value for specific market segments. Number 3, attempting to achieve the same profit margin across different product lines. The iron law of pricing is that different customers assign different values to identical products. For any single product, profit is optimized when the price reflects the customer's willingness to pay. Number 4, failing to segment customers. The value proposition for any product or service varies in different market segments, depending on your customer's different requirements for your product. Your price strategy should reflect that difference by including options that tailor your product, packaging, delivery methods, marketing message, and pricing structure to particular customer segments. Number 5, holding prices at the same level for too long, ignoring changes in costs, competitive environment, and customers' preferences. Most companies fear the uproar of a price change and put it off as long as possible. It's far better to customize your customers and your sales force to frequent price changes. Number 6, incentivizing salespeople on revenue generated rather than on profits. Volume-based sales incentives create a drain on profits when salespeople are compensated to push volume at the lowest possible price, especially when they've got the authority to negotiate discounts. To avoid this, define your salesperson's job as maximizing profitability and then incentivize profitability. Number 7, changing prices without forecasting competitors' reactions. Any change in your prices will trigger a reaction by your competitors. Make sure you know enough about your competitors to predict their reactions and get ready to deal with them. Number 8, using insufficient resources to manage pricing practices. Costs, sales volumes, and price are 3 basic variables that drive profits. Most management teams are comfortable working with the first 2. However, many companies use only simplistic price procedures. Number 9, failing to establish internal procedures to optimize prices. Don't rely on hastily called pricing meetings to set the final price for a new product or service. Attendees are often unprepared and decisions can be based on anecdotal evidence and a financial officer's cost calculations. Number 10, spending a disproportionate amount of time serving the least profitable customers. Know your customers. 80% of a company's profits generally come from 20% of its customers. Failure to identify and focus on this 20% will leave you undefended against your competitors and will deprive you of loyalty that more attention and better service would provide. So to summarize, don't base your prices on costs or on the marketplace. Don't try to achieve the same profit margins for different product lines. Segment your customers. Don't put off price changes for too long. Incentivize your salespeople on profitability, not volume. Don't change prices without preparing for your competitors' reactions. Use external resources if necessary to manage your pricing practices. And finally, remember the 80-20 rule. If you're interested in finding out more, call me, Terry Irwin, on 0207 099 2621 or download our free snapshot on this topic from the TCii website at tcii.co.uk.